We've always been interested in setting up our own business. We've talked about it for quite some time. I think it's like everybody, you go on holiday, you visit places and you think, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could do that? And I've always had a passion for food and drinking beverages, sort of, since I was growing up. My mum and dad were great in the kitchen, and I learned an awful lot from there. So I've always had that interest, and then I've worked in social housing for an awful long time, 25, 26 years, and I got to a point where it was time for a change, and an opportunity come up, and we talked about it, and we said, right, let's give it a go. I finished in July 2014, and during the summer months we put a really detailed business plan together.
If we draw in, as discussed, that kind of L-shaped seating in the corner here, we have a big square like sort of communal table. We've got like maybe 4 or 5, I don't know how many we can fit down there.
Because that's what's going to attract them and say, right, I want a pan and cheese panini, I want a cake, and then the coffee machine's going to be here as well. The hot water boiler, which will sit underneath the counter. I imagine some bistro tables here, and here. We could hire this room off. If for example the city council said, oh, we need a room to do a presentation or something, could we use your room? And I'm thinking, no, if we keep the tables all square. We named the coffee shop Ham and Jam, and again that was just what I'd been talking about, names for coffee shops for an awful long time. And it was about June last year, all the celebrations for the I think it was 70th celebrations for the Dunkirk landings, and I read an article in the newspaper about 2 strategic bridges in France that needed to be captured to help the Dunkirk landings. And the British, being British, rather than tell everybody, yes, we've captured the bridges, they've been secured, thought about a code name, and the code name was Ham and Jam. Certainly in terms of the whole development of the Lancaster Road shop, we have been working with local suppliers. So for example, the furniture designer, the graphic designer, are recent graduates of UCLan, and they've been inspirational in terms of helping us form ideas and get our branding right, get the ideas for the shop right. But also in terms of, we've identified a property. It's a grade 2 listed building. It's been empty for 6 or 7 years. We believe it's in a fantastic location, and we appointed David Cox, who is a local Preston based architect, and we talked to him, and the feedback I got from David straight away was, it's not very often we get a plan like this.
Well, we're due to have a meeting this evening, aren't we, to discuss and finalise what happens colour-wise, both interior and exterior. So we'll be able to confirm all of that with the DWGs either tonight or towards the end of the week.
So if you want it, Farrow and Baldwin, that's exactly what you want, then we need to write that into the specification, then they price it.
Today is the photo shoot for the competition of the Guild Merchant, and it's a funding package to help set up our business. We've got a £10,000 grant to help spend on the development of the project, £6,000 in business rates, and the rest is payment in kind from professionals. We've got a mixture of new and old equipment in here, but this room was totally empty before we got it refurbed. But I'm really pleased with the layout of the kitchen and how it's worked. I'm hoping that we'll be able to deliver some amazing cakes and sandwiches and food from what I'm calling our research and development room. We have a large table and chairs in here, and we've had some really good interest from the business community in this area about using it. I'm really excited about where we are. We're sort of a week away from opening. We've appointed all our staff. Staff have been in over the last sort of 2 weeks. Practicing training on the coffee machine and trying to understand systems and stuff like that. Obviously I'm nervous because I want it to be a massive success, but the feedback we've had from everybody that's been in, it's all been really positive, which is brilliant for us. It's given us that extra boost, and I think the most important part is opening and getting people in and making sure everybody likes what we've got to offer. I think that's the hard part. Yeah, we're sort of 3 weeks into Ham and Jam. We opened on the 13th of November, and it's been a massive learning curve. I think the whole process of developing and refurbishing the shop and developing my business plan, looking back, is probably the easiest thing I've ever done. But the last 3 weeks has been the hardest thing I've ever done. I've learned so much. It's been really a shock to the system for me, only because I've thrown myself into the frying pan, and we're trying to make fine-tuning everything that we've got. We're not going to please everybody all of the time, but we'll get there. We'll become consistent, and we'll be definitely a destination place for people to come and have a coffee and a drink.
need to thank the wonderful collaboration of local artists, Burley Art Studios, the beautiful art that's really made our coffee shop, really lifted it. I hope you have time all to have a look at it. We've got really talented people that live in this great city, and we should be really, really, really proud of them.
I need a new purse.